Hello there everybody, this is Lady Silver Vixen again. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to continue on the Scrying Part 2 here. Like I said in my last video on scrying, there's many different ways to scry. Today we're going to go ahead and we're going to touch up on mirror scrying and water scrying. Okay, mirror scrying is an evolved form of water scrying. When it became possible to build mirrors, they were regarded as being like water that was fixed in one place. The early mirrors were used of polished copper, brass, tinfoil, or mercury behind glass, polished silver, and obsidian. All types of mirrors can be used for scrying, and the size is not important. Because mirrors are linked to the moon mirrors, they should be backed with silver. Try and use a round or oval mirror instead of a square mirror. They work a lot better because you can see a little clearer. Square mirrors are also, they have jagged points and we don't want anybody getting hurt. For the frame, try and use a mirror that has a silver frame or a black frame. That way it doesn't distract you. Old mirrors also seem to work better than the new mirrors because of the materials that were used. Most seers prefer to use a black mirror. Because this is difficult to buy, you may have to make one. And all you have to do is just simply take out the glass and paint it black. You may have to give it a few coats of paint though. When you put it back in the frame, make sure the glass part is to the front. The use of black mirrors may be traced back over the centuries. John Dee used a black mirror of obsidian. When using the black mirror for scrying, you do not want to see your reflection. The best is to leave the mirror on a table and look at it from an angle. Look into the depths of the mirror as though you were looking into a bowl of water. At first it may appear gray, then colors will come and go as they will. With time and practice, you will be able to see scried images like still photographs or moving film images. Spirits may sometimes look at the scryer, talk to the scryer, or even touch the scryer. The visions may even exist outside the mirror and surround the scryer on all sides. It all depends on how well adept that you become at it. Alright, now basically for water scrying you will need a large, deep bowl made from glass, brass, or silver. It must have a smooth and even trim. You don't want anything to be a distractor. You want as plain can be. You must set your base on some sort of tripod for best results. A tripod made of laurel boughs is the best. If you can't get one, set it on the table. You will need to do your own testing to find out which bowl works best for you and how much water you should use. Do not use water from a tap. Get clean, fresh water from a stream. The ancient Greeks believed that nature spirits dwelled in fresh water. The water may be stored in a vessel and used again. However, it is a good idea to replace your water once a month. Never collect the water during daytime. Water should be collected at night, preferably on a full moon. And it's because the full moon charges the water, and it makes it a little more powerful. To make your wand, use a branch from a bay tree, hazel tree, or the laurel. The end of the wand should be covered in dry tree sap or resin. Dip the end of the wand into the water until it becomes wet. Wet the rims of the bowl. The best time to scry is at night when it is quiet. By gently drawing the rim of the wand around the bowl, it will cause it to resonate. The action of the resonating basin will cause circular ripples to form in the basin. The water seems to breathe with the sounds. It is the harmonics that seem to whisper forth predictions of the future. These are interpreted with the help of a guardian angel, if you believe in those, or your spirit guide. You may also receive visual impressions, which Nostradamus likened to that of a burning mirror. I'm going to touch briefly on hydromancy. It kind of goes hand in hand with the whole water scrying. I'm not going to go real in depth. I'm just going to give you the basics here. Hydromancy is another ancient form of divination that goes back thousands of years and involves the use of water to bring messages. Water is a metaphor of creation linked to the flow of the collective unconsciousness, also known as the Hall of Records or the Akashic Records. It's also known as the matrix of experience within our reality. The ancients would sit by a calm body of water and watch its flowing motion create patterns that they would interpret. Often a spirit would appear within the water and bring a telepathic message. Greek myths were created about sea creatures who lived in the water. They also believe that nature spirits dwelled in the water, like I said earlier. The more you learn to focus your mind while gazing into the water, the more quickly you open yourself up to receiving messages and understand their meanings, as most messages are cryptic. If you're going to be doing this indoors, find a quiet area free of distractions, as you will have to focus your mind. Select a bowl in which you will place the water. It should not have a pattern on it. Singing crystal bowls used for harmonics may be used, but please be careful not to harm the bowl, as most are tuned for other purposes. Otherwise, simply select a large, deep bowl made from glass, brass, or silver, as I stated earlier. It must have smooth and even rim. You may have to change bowls several times to find the right one for you. Remember, metal bowls carry harmonic frequencies. Set the bowl in a dry, level place, one in which you can easily observe. The water can be bottled from a well. I don't prefer tap, but if that's all you have nearby, then use it. Or a stream, which is actually more preferred. It can also be stored and used at a future time to water scry again. Water with great energy is often thought to be collected by the light of a full moon or the after standing in the sun. So if you let your water stand in the sunlight, it'll be good. A few simple observing techniques is to make sure that you place the bowl on a flat, clear surface and gaze into the water and focus your mind until the images appear. You can also find a very detailed history of hydromancy on Wikipedia. But for now, that's all I'm going to do, and I'll come back at you for Scrying Part 3. So be prepared and have a good day. Brightest blessings.